Hi, I am Mrs. Farmer, and I am your child's science teacher. And this is welcome to our virtual Back to School Night presentation. So in science class this year, our four main units are Mixtures and Solutions, which is a basic chemistry unit, Variables and Controlled Experiments, where kids will learn how to run a controlled experiment, controlling all the variables except the one that they want to test. Our Astronomy unit, which is the study of space and the universe, and our Force and Motion unit, which is basic physics. We're starting the year off with Force and Motion, so we can do some activities outside. Obviously, a lot of our activities that I've been able to do in the past will have to be adapted this year because of the sharing of materials, but we'll see how we can make things work. As far as the work that I have kids do in class, most things will be online. Almost 100% of things are online, actually. And they can always be accessed by our digital agenda, and through Schoology I have things linked in a variety of ways, and I'll show that to you later in this video. As far as late work, I will give full credit earned to all work turned in by the end of each unit. So if it was an assignment for the Force and Motion unit, as long as it is turned in by the end of the Force and Motion unit, they are good to go. The only homework I give is to finish things that haven't been finished in class. I do have some learners who it takes them longer to do things, and they might need to finish some things up outside of class to get full credit for that. The issue that a lot of kids have is they say, oh, I've done that, and turns out they haven't actually submitted things onto Schoology. So just making sure that things are actually submitted is great. I also recommend kids want to review is really important because we have a lot of new vocabulary, especially in our Mixtures and Solutions unit. We encounter a lot of vocabulary that is new to learners, and therefore it's difficult to understand just by having it one time in class. So I'd recommend that learners spend about 5 to 10 minutes daily reviewing vocabulary or telling you about an experiment we've done in class. And I also highly encourage kids to play outside. That's super important. In the rain, in the snow, in the sun, in the humidity, doesn't matter. Play outside, preferably in the woods. So those are some things that that you should know about my class. When I do start to grade things, whether it be a quiz, a test, a project, something in their notebook, anything can be retaken or resubmitted. I tell kids that just because there's a due date or that they've already turned something in, it does not mean that the learning has actually happened or has ended. So I encourage kids to kind of take the next step here, and but I do request that they initiate the request to retake an assignment. And if it's a quiz or a test, they would need to do that during Barren time in school. Some classroom supplies, if you are interested in donating anything or sending things in, we can always use tissues and hand soap and hand sanitizer and Clorox wipes. Obviously, these things we have a lot of right now in school. But some of the other non-cleaning things that we could use in science class, especially if I can't have kids working in small groups, sharing supplies, it would be great if we had some STEM supplies. Think of any recycled materials we can be using. We use cardboard a lot. Toilet paper and paper towel rolls are great. We often use the caps to water bottles. They make great wheels. And so think anything that might be able to be used to create something. So keep that in mind if you collect some recycled materials, or just don't throw things away and clean them out and send them in. There are a couple of ways to contact me. Email is obviously fine. I generally try to respond within a day to emails unless it's over the weekend, and I generally don't reply to emails over the weekend. or days that we're off. Phone number here in my classroom is available here. You can reach me there. Just to let you know, those voicemails during the school day, it goes directly to voicemail during the school day, and I won't have access to that until after the school day is over. And obviously, Schoology is a great way to be in touch. You and your child have access to that. If you don't know how to get into Schoology, the best place for that access code is to get in touch with the office. So I am on Twitter. I don't tweet a lot, but if I do, it's normally articles about things that I find in science that I find interesting. I just wanted to take a minute and walk through my Schoology course and how I've organized things this year. This is what the course looks like to a student. The top thing is our learner appointment scheduling if they need to see a counselor or a principal, and our digital hall pass when they need to sign out to use the restroom or go anywhere else in the building. I start my classes every day to take attendance with a would you rather question, and I get to know kids that way. So the main folders that kids are going to be accessing are the daily agendas, and I will have one for every day. And this is a great place for to see if kids are absent. They can just go to today's agenda and they can work through the agenda and actually do the things that we were doing in class. Everything, my daily agendas, everything is linked in there. So anything, if things they need to finish, here's directions to the activity, here's where they need to submit it. Other things in Schoology, the directions are very clear, and however, they do need to be read. So reading the directions is key to completing all the things. And I generally set up my digital agendas so that they're done in order. So back into the course, even though things are linked in the digital agendas, any classwork and assignments I'm going to put in the classwork and assignments folder. And any Edpuzzle videos will be in the Edpuzzle video folder. There's a couple other folders when kids are finished with things early. I have links to some different podcasts and some other websites that I find interesting. But every year I've tried to organize things in a way that makes sense to kids. So we'll see if this works for this year. But everything is accessible here on Schoology. When I do start grading things, kids can access that through grades. If you click on grades, you can see all of the assignments that are over here. So here's their digital notebook, here's the interest collage, here's the Edpuzzle video. You can go back to those videos or any of those assignments just by clicking on them, and the grades will populate over here. If something isn't submitted, there won't be anything here, but you can see Science Interest Collage, there was a submission, so there's a little icon there, and then once it's graded, that will show up as there as well. So everything will be visible here in our grades system. I will put all the grades in through Schoology, and then I copy them over to Home Access Center. So that's how my Schoology course is set up. So I think that is everything that you need to know right now about my course. Thank you for checking this out, and have a great rest of your evening. I look forward to hearing from you or meeting you at some point.